Okay, so now we're gonna open up. We're gonna start with two questions of our own to us as a panel, and I just want to ask. I want to start off with Mr. Lee. What was like just to share with society from the time you committed your offense before you got arrested? Life was good. I'm getting away. I'm doing this. Hey, it's sweet, easy money, this and that. So when it finally dawned on you that they had you and you could not leave that cell and you would be there for a while, that was your new home. Your family, they have no control. You have no control of going to see them when you want to. You have no control of getting up to go make you a fresh cup of coffee. You have no control of going to the store. You can't just get up and walk out of that cell and say, I'll be right back. How did that, like, when it dawned on you, what were your thoughts?
I'm gonna tell you, it didn't hit me until I went through one trial, my first trial. Had a hung jury. Going back to the second trial, I fired that attorney, hired a different attorney, and during that whole process there, going into the third trial I was going into, I realized that they wouldn't let me out of it. and I looked at, okay, if I get sentenced, they're gonna give me 45 years something around there. 45 to 60. I was looking at 80, so 45 to 60 was gonna be the ballpark. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to do that time. I'm not about to do no 49 years. So I said, listen, I'll take the 20 years in manslaughter and go about my business. I'm going to take my run. And I took the 20 years and it didn't hit me then. I had to go to county jail. So I went to the first county jail and then they transferred me to the other county jail. And when I got to the second county jail, and I'm sitting there and I'm sitting on the bunk and I was like, it took 20 years. I've been here 2 years. How am I do? It was in the middle of riots and wars and everything was going on. I was involved with the clique. It was all kinds of drama going on. I'm like, there's no way in the world I'm about to do 20 years. And I stood up and my knees got weak and tears hit my eyes. My son was, when I first got locked up, my son was 27 days old. So all that started hitting me. And I'm like, how the heck I'm gonna do this? And you know, I'm gonna tell you, you know, not the thought process to have, but my decision was, at that time I was a high-ranking member of this clique called Nation, and I had what they call international rank, but they I made my decision. I was I'm gonna do this bid higher than said. So anybody that come across me, I'm going upside their head. If you piss me off, I'm gonna go upside their head. Cop, I don't care if you're a CEO or whatever. Anything you say to me, I'm punching one of them out. I got no choice because I'm gonna do 20 years. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. I might not make it up out of here. So,
ain't got nothing to lose.
20 years is 100 years because, like I said, anything can happen. That cell pop, I mean, I could have an enemy slide up in there and try to shank me or anything like that. So, what I'm gonna do, if you look at me wrong, if I think you're looking at me wrong, I'm going upside your head. That's how I decided to do my life with that old. That's how I lived my first 6 years.
I just want to say one thing too, on his when he said he made the decision like, whoa, I have to do 20 years, I'm not gonna do it. So for anyone that's out there committing crime right now, okay, that's your choice. It's a choice when we do that. But when the ball drops and it hits you hard and they catch you, you're gonna have to make a decision. Are you gonna be a man and stand up for the crime you did, or are you gonna bring other people in there with you that did not get caught? So that's gonna come up. So make that decision now if you want to continue in criminal activity, and then you have to get to that point or stop. So it's going to come up. Some people take another route and do that. Some people don't. That's all going to be up to you and what's in your heart. So if you don't want to even ever have to face that, get your stuff together now. So we're going to speak with Coco. And Coco, like when you first realized that, hey, I'm stuck, I'm here, my family, I'm trying to go get my nails done tomorrow. Look, they don't do nails in here.
That's all done joint.
What was your thought?
First thing kick in is survival. First thing kick in is survival. Put all that to the side because it's like, okay, these people got me. I ain't going nowhere. I done missed two, 3 court dates, still denying my bond. It's just sit down, be patient, let God handle. Let go, let God handle. But it was like, I couldn't worry about everything else on the outside. Everything on the outside is going to be good regardless if you're there or not. Now, when it's inside, it's only me and these crazy folks. You know, at the time, I'm thinking I'm crazy too. But when you get in there, you like, yo, these people more crazier than me. So you like, nah, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but look. I come from a one-parent household. I wouldn't say hood, but it won't, the suburbs neither. But all I could think is survival. Okay, these people talking about 3, 4, 5 years for you. What you gonna do? There's nothing I can really do but sit here and do this time. I know I did the crime. I was wrong for doing the crime. I won't be in my right state of mind. Running around getting high, drunk, partying. Not in my right state of mind. But all I could think is survival. That's the only word is survival. When you step behind those bars and those people tell you to strip down, take this shower and this soap. Oh no, I want some Dove soap. No Dove soap today. No Dove soap today. Like for real. Like, yo, go ahead, strip down. You gotta listen to these people. I mean, sometimes you gotta shut your mouth. That's when I learned how to bite my tongue, shut my mouth, and listen. That's when, okay, I'm not authority. I got authority over me right now. So let me just do what these people say.
Not in charge anymore.
I'm not in charge no more. I'm not in charge. I cannot call the shots right now. I'm not calling the shots. I don't even know when I'm going home. All I know, I want to go home because this ain't what it is. This not me. Yeah, I was out here doing the crime and stuff. Yeah, of course, consequences, and this is the time for it. But that was not me. So once I got locked up, all I could say is my state of mind was survive. I'm a very picky eater. I'm a big girl. A lot of things change. So it was like, okay, let me just deal. I had to let go and just start dealing with certain things. So it's called adapting to your environment. If you're a real strong-minded person, you're going to adapt to any environment, right?
Yes.
So it's like I just sat down, had a adapt.
You know, right now, Jay, I just want to say to the live audience, this is a great time to ask your questions. You're hearing a little bit. You can put it in and say, well, the question is for Lee. The question is for Coco. So we make sure your names are real clear. Sister, what's your name again?
Sandra.
And Mike. I did.
Myers,
Mike,
Justin.
your father did that to you. You know? So, and Myers. So make sure you understand. Look at this. Then you some thumbs up. And, so make sure you know the question you want to ask, and then drop it in there. And we're going to take a pause. Once we get to Sandra, we'll take a pause and see if there's any question. We can tell if there's a question on the screen or not. All right, Coco, got anything else to tell him? Because you lost your freedom.
I lost my freedom. My freedom.
So what was it like between right when you first before you got? How was life before you went in?
Life was good. well, on my behalf, I felt like it was good. I was young and dumb. I thought it was good. Doing this and doing that is, this is what it is. This is called growing. You live, you learn. But I gotta say, being locked up has really changed me. My mind-wise, my strength, like everything has got stronger over a matter of time because I really had to sit down and see who really in my corner. The only person who was in my corner at that time was my black queen. That's my mother. That was the only person. Your friends would be like, they got you. They're going to put this. They're going to put that.
Friends.
Yo, no friends. It's you yourself. Just you and yourself. And if you got that one good support person, don't be disrespectful to them. I got out of pocket a few times with my mother, but I had to sit back at the cell like, this is the only person I got. So let me tighten up. I got a little boyfriend on the outside writing him letters. I'm not receiving nothing back. He's saying he's not receiving nothing. But it was just like, it's not a place to be. And if you can, think wiser before you make a decision. I know sometimes, a lot of people end up behind bars because they don't think before they react to the situation. A lot of human beings go wrong with that. Not going with their first instinct like, oh, I should just walk away. No, don't wait till you behind bars. You hear them keys coming down the aisle. You got to worry about your goodies getting taken that night. No. Think before you react.
Yes.
I just got one thing to say too. What Coco said, take heed to what we're saying because the best teacher is the experience of others. That way you ain't got to try it out and test it out and then you got to share that experience with someone else. So her coping mechanism, the way she coped with being in prison, with having her freedom taken, when she can't just get up and just go out and say, I'll be back, y'all. There was no more of that, And the way she coped with it, she said, okay, it happened. I'm going to accept it it happened, and I'm gonna rely on God, and I'm gonna just try to make it the best I can make it from this point on. So that's a good strategy. And what it did, it stopped her from stressing for the most part.
Yes.
That if she would have just not accepted it and just kind of like gave it resistance, what am I doing here? I'm innocent. I'm this and that, shaking the bars and all that.
Yeah.
That would have just created more stress and more stress. So some people come in prison, and like when she went, she said she thought she was crazy, but you really see some crazy people in there.
Yes.
So you're saying like I thought I was crazy. And until I saw them,
They
and I'm like, yo,
crazy.
You see
now
crazy.
they're
Yeah.
crazy. So you have crazy, you know, us as blacks, when we add 2 words to something, that means it really is that. She said she was crazy, but they crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's a weird statement, because you know, when you look at really somebody being crazier than you, you realize that you're not that crazy.
Yeah, you be like, oh,
Hey,
I
maybe-
do got sin.
Yeah.
Let me use my sin.
Yeah, you sound pretty good at it. You know, let me calm down for a minute. Because this is another side of crazy.
This is a whole nother crazy.
But we have a question for Coco. It says, what was your charge again?
My charge was fallacious wounding.
Fallacious?
Wounding.
What does that mean?
Fallacious wounding is like basically breaking skin, fighting, using an object to break skin. It was a blade that I used. Don't really want to go in detail, but it was a blade I used.
Cut.
Yes, I cut.
Okay. She's a cutter.
From
She became a butcher after that.
Well, once, you know, like after that, I was like, yo, pepper spray, blades, gun, leave it alone. These carry charges, even down to bleach. A lot of young females don't know.
Yeah.
Bleach is fallacious wounding charge too, because it's something that could damage that person.
So I tell her, you got your question answered? And he said, what do you do? Are you a butcher now? That's what's up.
Actually, line cook. I be cutting something. I learned how to use. I learned how to take that in a good way. You know, in a proper way. Like I like how she worded that. In a proper way.
Still
So now,
slicing and dicing.
yeah, but you know, it be the chicken and the steak now. It be the chicken and the steak now. No people no more.
They laughing at her.
See, that's a great thing, because you know what she just showed us is that okay, I was a drug dealer. I was good at sales, marketing, strategizing, making my whatever I had bigger than the next person's. Okay, I was a drug dealer. I always had the skill of salesmanship. I just chose to use that skill in an illegal manner. She was a butcher, so she was butchering in an illegal manner. But now, so she had the skill of butchering already.
Yeah.
But today, she does that same job, working it, using it in a legal manner. So she still has the skill, but she's not going to use it in a way that's illegal. So we all have different skills, workforce development skills and all that, but depending on how we use them, that's where we cross the line at. We can use them in a legal manner or an illegal manner. So even one more thing too, for the drug dealer whose history was in sales and management, marketing, customer service, those are customer service skills. All that stuff can actually go in your resume, you know, for the legal part of it. You know, you did it before in a criminal type way. I was selling drugs. You still had the skill of being a salesman, being a great customer service person. So use that in the workforce development arena as opposed to the illegal drug arena. So that's something that she taught us right there.
Somebody said Coco the butcher. Coco much for respect.
So now we're gonna hear from Sandra, and she'll tell you her story. And I just want to ask her, how many children do you have?
6.
How many did you have when you got arrested?
6.
Okay, so from the parents out there, the fathers, the mothers, you have she had 6 children when she got arrested. So imagine, how can you explain that to your children? I'm not coming home tonight, and the night after that I'm not coming home, and the night after that I'm not coming home. Children don't understand. Did she abandon us? What did we do? Okay, so we just wanted to ask Sandra, how did she feel when she realized that she could not leave that cell?
That's amazing.
To go to be with her. She had to explain that not 1 time, 2 times. How is she going to explain that to 6 different personalities at different ages? That hurts the child based on what we do. So let's hear from her. How did it make you feel when you first realized that you could not leave?
Whoa, that was the hardest part of incarceration is leaving your children. And even before I got there, the tears, every time I look at them, I would cry because I knew what was waiting for me, that I was going to leave my children. I hadn't really told them that I was leaving. My girls were older at that time. I had a 13, 14, and 15-year-old, and my boys were younger. So the girls kind of knew what was going on because they were there for my sentencing. I took my children to the court, hoping that they would give me probation.
Yeah.
But I remember what the prosecutor said. She said, let her go to prison so she can pay restitution. And I looked at this woman, you're a mother. If it's restitution that you're concerned about, I could pay that better when I'm out.
Yes.
You only get paid, how much you get paid in the camp? Like, how many cents?
I was
25 cents a day.
25 cents,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sure.
The highest I got paid was $23 a month. How do you pay restitution in there? But she could look at my children and say, yeah, she's going to jail. The reality hit me 2 weeks after I was in there. When I first got in there, I was like, okay, this is a time for me to rest, just chill, you know, I'm away from the children, maybe I could just rest a little bit. And I tried as much as possible to prepare my children for my going away, but there's no way you can prepare kids for that.
No.
My son was calling my cell phone, Mommy, where are you?
Wow.
My sister was calling me, he's calling your phone. He kept calling my phone all the time, Mommy, where are you? That was very painful. My girls, the night I was leaving, because I had to be at the camp by 12 p.m. So I left like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I went around the house, just hugged everybody. My girls woke up, and they were like, Mommy, can we come with you? I'm like, no, you can't take your mom to prison. It's like, Mommy, I said, you have to go to school. The best thing you can do for me is just go to school and help me take care of your brothers. And my daughter, one of my daughters said, Mommy, when you left, I just wanted to die. We
That's
don't think
scary.
about the impact it has on
On the
children.
children.
Because for me, I could manage. I'd been to boarding school at 9 years old, so the prison camp was like, I could do this. But for my children, it was harder on them. Because
had a
they
good
are
time, too.
innocent and
They're
they don't
innocent.
deserve that. I think that there's a better way we could handle this than incarceration.
Yes.
So it was difficult. That was the most difficult part for me.
That's amazing.
You guys heard it live, deep from her heart, how our criminal acts, they don't just affect us, they affect our children. And hopefully, like, even in classes that I've been in, that I've taught, when we say, hey, you're in the county jail again, you may run into people in the county jail, and I'm just here for 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. Are you scared of the county jail? Most people, especially when other people are around, I'm not scared. I can do it standing on my head. It doesn't hurt when we do it standing on our head. But who does it really hurt? We can do it over and over again, and we say it. I do this and do 5 years. That's cool. If I get 20 million, 5 years, okay. Show me how I get 20 million, blah, 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 blah. I'll do 5 years for that, but okay. You have 5 years. You have 5 million, $20 million or whatever, but look at the scars on our children. Those scars
Money
last a
cannot pay
lifetime. Money cannot
for that
fix
time
that.
Gone.
They can't.
Money can't fix it.
So we're gonna hear from Justy, and we just want to know how did you feel when you first realized that, hey, this is not a joke. These people are not playing. I was just chilling and riding, listening to the music, and when I got arrested, I'm thinking of the old Scarface tapes. I'll be out tomorrow. And then when you realize that this is serious, they're keeping me here, and then they're trying to do some other stuff with me too. How did you feel? Like,
Well, at the first time getting in trouble, first time I got arrested, I swim through it. I beat the charge. All right, good. Second time, something else happened. Me and a couple other guys, but I didn't have nothing to do with it. and everybody kept quiet. We got over it. So like, okay, same thing might happen again. Then I got in a fight with a police officer. Shoot, I beat that. Oh man, you can't tell me nothing.
True.
You're invincible.
John Gotti, sit down. You know what I'm saying? So, and then another time with a police officer in the back of a yard, we was sitting, and neighbors called. Same thing again. So now you're not thinking about it. You don't worry. You get cocky.
Yeah.
And then you get cocky. You get selfish. And the same token. So time went on. Boom! I got caught up in a drug conspiracy. So even though it was not my affairs, I just felt these are my men. So I'm not gonna roll.
Yeah.
They not gonna roll. I'm not gonna roll. We didn't have the question of that. And then you look, these guys testify against you, and they could have got way less time than what they gave you. So, but when it hits you, after you realize you go to trial, and you see these U.S. Marshals looking at you, and
looking at you.
Yeah, looking at you. Yeah, looking at me. Looking at me, and then you sitting in trial, and these individuals are rolling eyes at you, at me.
There you go.
At me, like I did, like I killed them, like I did something dangerous. And me, I'm gonna sit there like, man, I ain't did nothing. I mean, not a day that I was incarcerated, I felt guilty. I just looked at my brothers and sisters that was young, and my children. My daughters, 2 beautiful daughters at that, model type, real talented. But at the same token, it's just my brothers and sisters. I felt it, my brothers and sisters, they supported me, because support to me don't mean every week send me some money.
Yeah.
When I call, they answer. Sometimes if I'd even spoke to them in months, because I used to go to the shoe a lot. Special housing.
Yeah.
I stayed there because I keep feeling like, I'm mad at anybody if you say anything good about the system, I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Because you don't understand. Like,
you're a rat.
Yeah.
The man probably not even a rat.
Yeah.
That's the worst label you can put on a person inside. Because that can cost their life.
Yeah.
And if you wasn't want to learn, I found everything to try to block out. To deal with my reality within, but on the outer phase, when I walk out that cell, I had to block the reality. Like, I kept a bag on my back, going to learn, stay in the law library, took paralegal class, my writing skills are good, it got better, but every time I call my brothers and sisters, and I would try to push these ideas I have, but I learned these business skills. But all the while, really, I'm pushing them away, but they don't want to reject me. Until when I get home, I see it. Like, you are brother and sister, but, and in their mind, I don't know, but they just like, hope you ain't trying to go back. You know what I mean? And then you really see the damage when you're on the phone and you talking to your child, and you have people on the outside, and their child is the same age as your child, and their child, and both parents are home, and one only have a mom's, and her mom's she's that girl. To this day, she tell her, I knock you out. She keep her in line, but when you see the same girls, that same age, and she go all the way to school, you on the phone and you coaching them, and they listening to you, and you got people that's home, and you be like, damn, if I could do this, if I'm there, I could do more, and it hurts when they tell you, Dad, next week is my birthday, next week, me and my moms are going here and there, I mean, you don't really, now you don't care about yourself. One thing you really care about yourself is your health.
Yeah.
Most people got a lot of time, they're your health. Most people get a lot of time, they don't get into too much foolishness like drinking and all that. But you still, you don't feel hurt. I know I didn't feel hurt. I felt like everybody else is hurt, like the little ones. What can I be doing? And every time I walk the gate, and I'd be like, man, I can jump that gate. Damn, And if you're in a pen, you're like, oh, look at that gun tower. But the only thing in your mind is free. Then you got, like she said, you think you're crazy. Like I see people out here, they got attitudes. A little brother talk to older brother, he want to fight. Don't worry, they got some people that'll fight you.
Yeah.
And they got some guys in there. the officers are literally scared of them.
Yes.
If they're walking, the officers walking and they're walking behind the officer, I didn't see an officer stop. How you doing, Mr. So and So? You don't talk to me. All right. You don't say nothing. So then I come here, I see it's a different. I live by a different code. Like if you tell me something, that stays right there. You know. But that's the part that gets you when you come home and what you see and the part when you on the phone. And the fun when they have it don't bother me. Is the young ones when you talk to them and they tell you how good they doing in school, and that's the pain. That's the hardest part. But you keep fighting as the day go on.
When you coming home, question.
Yeah, when you coming home. When you ever coming home, question is like.
When you come home, you don't
Yeah, it's like they take your breath.
Yeah.
I be home.
Yes.
My way. I'm fighting the case.
Yeah.
I just want. For me, this is an awesome opportunity, and I know that there's people that's on right now. I can see who's on. I know their time, And I want this question for Glenn. Are you looking for more people that have stories that help the things that we're doing, and how can they get in touch with you if they want to be a part of any of the things that you're doing? Because you have a lot of things going on that's helping the brothers that's coming back home, the sisters that are coming back home. But are we having more? Are you looking for more ex-felons?
Yeah, definitely. And me and Sir, we have a bunch of programs that we're starting, and we're working out everything to get them out there. We were supposed to start them in January, but it's just a lot of work that we're doing behind the scenes to get them out there and get the programs out there effectively to everyone. We have programs for the youth, programs for the ex-felons or the returning citizens, is what I like to call us. We have programs for the elderly that need help and learn how to use this new technology type stuff. We have all types of programs to show ex-felons who don't know what a job fair is, what a job fair. We have job fair preparation classes where you take like a 2-week class, and the next time you see a job fair ad, you say, I'm going to that job fair, because now you know everything about that job fair. You're fully prepared for it. You have your resume prepared for it, all your skills that you may have had before when you used them in an illegal manner. You're going to use them skills now on your resume for a positive job. So we have a bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline. And with this show is going to be a weekly show. It's going to spread all over because we want to cater to you, society. Next week, the next show, we'll give you the date on the next show. Each show will be live. We have 2 people on the show that'll be on the next one that they represent you, the citizens. They have a list of questions for us. Some questions that you may not have thought to ask, they're going to ask them, and they tell us that they represent society. They say it has nothing to do with us. They say, we're going to get society's questions answered. So you'll get a chance to meet them. One is a comedian from Atlanta. So he's a funny guy, but his thing is, we have questions from society that we want answers. So bring them on. So they're part of the show also, and you'll get a chance to meet them on the next show. On this show, you're going to hear from people, probation people, judges, lawyers, whoever wants to come on the show, they are welcome. We're going to open the doors for them. They'll be up here asking us questions. They may ask questions to a 3-time felon. What makes you keep going back? Okay, so they have questions that we're welcoming all of their questions. You're going to see people that we're trying to get on our shows that may be known, that may be famous people. You may have some questions for them. We'll have them on the show also. A lot of famous people do get arrested, and maybe you want to know, hey, you were arrested. How did it go? You've been the person that you are with all this money. Did they press you? Did they try this? They have a story to tell too. So when they come on the show, that's your opportunity to get any question out. You may have your favorite rapper, or your favorite musician, or your favorite athlete who's on the show, and that's your chance to ask them, shoot the questions directly to them. So the questions, you can send them to us by text, and we'll have the phone lines and everything. You can send the questions by phone lines. We have a bunch of stuff out. We have something called Youth Success Squad. It's an Instagram page for the youth. It gives them positive things and stuff that we talk about, preventative things for our youth. Youth Success Squad. For the ex-felons, the returning citizens, we have an Instagram page called Ex-Felon Success or Ex-Felon Motivation. Either one of those, you can go on there. You'll see a bunch of stuff about resumes, about credit repair, stuff that we do for you. And this show, it's going to be a heck of a show. It's going to spread the word, share the links. So the next time we do come on air, you'll have everyone following it, and it'll spread. And we're going further and further. We are ex-felons, but look at us. We are career people today. We made a bad choice, and we learned our lesson from that choice. Some people may have made the same choice and were never punished for it. We're not complaining about that, but we're just saying that to say that almost everyone makes some type of choice, and some people get caught, some people don't get caught, some people are shielded from being punished from it, which we have no complaints about it. We know what we did, and we know the changes that we made in our lives. So we're here just to provide society with a forum to ask questions. And what type of questions?
Well, I just see there's a particular question I think I know that's going to be very important is victims. You have victims
Exactly.
a part of this
Exactly.
process.
Yes.
It says, this is what happened to me, and how can you maybe avoid some of the things of being victimized? That's a good one. But Felicia, God has said real facts. Each and every one's testimony will save young lives. Lorene Shields, she works in the women prison. I know her personally. I think I introduced you one time. We had a demo here. She said, "Stay strong, my brothers and sisters." Also, Felicia Gardner said, "Life in the streets is no joke. The TV shows and movies glamorize young kids being defiant and out of control. Thug life is not what we think. Everything that glitters don't necessarily shine." She said this platform is very important.
Yes. Yes.
So,
We
I
thank
mean,
you.
Yeah.
We thank you.
Thank
And we do this for you, society. We thank you. We appreciate you. And I'm gonna start wrapping it up. And follow the sites. Follow Sir Markadu Higgins. Follow the Economic Evangelist. And we're gonna have the show weekly, starting next week or the week after next. But we'll post everything when the next date is coming. Get your people ready. Send the link. Share the show. Share everything, because we're gonna go worldwide with this because it's needed. You may have shows that come up after this because they see the setup and the effectiveness of it, but stick with us. We're gonna keep it 100 with you. We're gonna give you everything you need, no holds barred, nothing to cut. We're doing it for you for the people as a passion.
Yeah.
We're not doing it for the money. So follow us. Don't be fooled by imitators that may come along. This is the show. You're gonna see some of everybody up here. So stick around, stick with us, and any questions that you do have on the feed, we're gonna take them and we'll answer those questions when we do come back live. We'll always be
the
live.
way
We're
they
gonna
can
hear-
get in touch with you right now, but maybe you can get a live feed straight from you.
Yeah, and you can get a live feed from me. The Facebook the Facebook feed will be ex-felon raw interviews. I have an email, Altitude Works Reentry, and I'll type it up in it, so it'll be up there. My IG page is GWILLIAMSGEE. It's G Williams GEE. That's my Instagram page, and you'll see a bunch of stuff on there. Any messages, any contacts, any links, any connects, anyone that wants to join in so we can build and do everything to better us and better everyone around us. Hit me up on Instagram, G Williams GEE. My real name is Glenn Williams. That is the name that you will see pop up there. And we're going to hear some closing words from each person up on the panel. And we have a bunch of stuff coming up. We have classes, we have programs. I'm a producer and director, screenwriter. We're going to have screenwriting classes coming up also. I've taught screenwriting classes in Atlanta. So I have a bunch of movie scripts, a bunch of stage plays.